A music expert shows us why Bad Bunny's songs are trash. They're garbage, and it's all because of him.
The most valuable people are those who doubt themselves the most. However, people who can't do anything right have an incredible amount of self-confidence. But why has Bad Bunny come to this? Because everyone can defend him for many reasons, like the message he gave or 1,000 other things. But everyone agrees on one thing. As a singer, he's horrible, repulsive. He gives you the creeps. You listen to him and react like this. Is it an insult to the history of singing? Can you imagine, in past centuries, a singing teacher in Italy perfecting the technique? For what? That person must be rolling in their grave after seeing this. Of course, if he was able to get there, why can't you? There's a lot of moralistic acting, telling you that you're worth a lot. Everyone together and everything is love and there's nothing else, right?
This is a cheap message, super cheap. And then there are people who come and tell you, no, it's just that the depth of Bad Bunny's lyrics, please. The guy said like 50 times, hey, I hate.
And that's very nice. Who wouldn't buy that? But that doesn't overshadow the fact that as a singer, it's just a shame. Why hasn't the industry catapulted him to fame? Someone else who would be better than Bad Bunny, because anyone is better than Bad Bunny, they haven't chosen this man. Why? Well, I don't know. And nowadays, if the industry gets it in their head that you have to be famous, it doesn't matter what you're like. Money does a lot. There he got intense because he really feels it and lives it, and that's when we can see his display of vocal techniques to reach people. And now comes one of the moments that caught everyone's attention the most, which is Lady Gaga. Yes, Lady Gaga. Singing her song, we kind of missed Bruno Mars a little, right? Surprised? That music accompanying her isn't the traditional one. No.
Thank you.
This is salsa, one of the most beautiful genres that has ever existed. It's intense, it's rhythmic, it requires vocal skills, and it's able to convey feelings. There's a romantic genre of salsa.
And also one thing, from my point of view, the difference in talent between Lady Gaga and Bad Bunny is very noticeable, and not just between Lady Gaga and Bad Bunny. Ricky Martin also participated, and the difference between them was huge.
When you listen to this mix, you say, wow, what a beautiful thing, because it feels like a hug between cultures, right? Lady Gaga singing with a salsa accompaniment. See how, when there's a good voice, it doesn't even have to be that great, just an average voice. Everything comes through more. And don't tell me that this part with that salsa rhythm isn't much more beautiful than me. And I have a lot of girlfriends,
By far.
I loved this, but you have to realize something. Lady Gaga made a huge effort to adapt to that musical genre. Did you notice? The song is a bit more syncopated. The melody she sings is more syncopated to adapt to that new rhythm, and she does it great with her voice. But IK dancing...
Thank you.
Well, she did what she could. But dancing very well? She didn't dance very well.
Subscribe to the channel. This is it.
Well, yes, a little weird, but still, the effort is appreciated. Honestly, I have nothing bad to say about Lady Gaga. Here.
That hand gesture is very difficult, and if you do it wrong, it looks like you're swatting flies, which is what happens to Lady Gaga. The movements are stiff because if you lack salsa talent, you just don't have it. You might study, try, and get someone to teach you. But what happens is that many Latinos have that in their blood. They dance as naturally as you breathe. It just comes from within. Take. Have you seen that gesture he makes with his hands? Like he doesn't really know what to do, as if the world was ending? I just don't know why these rhythms have stopped being used. Salsa is beautiful, it's wonderful. You hear it and you start dancing instantly. Look, I asked ChatGPT to tell me the most representative musical genre from each region of Latin America. And we start with Mexico, ranchera and mariachi. And it gave me Vicente Fernandez and Alejandro Fernandez. Oh.
Speaking of women and traditions...
Damn, is what you're saying true? Isn't it Bad Bunny who represents Latinos? No. His genre is representative, especially of Puerto Rico, more or less. Let's see. Reggaeton is listened to in Latin America, but it's not the most representative genre of each and every Latin American country.
Solitary, she walks in the orchid, Luis Miguel.
Cuban sun and salsa in Cuba. How much the real?
Up to the beach!
I mean Puerto Rico, reggaeton.
The red shirt Puerto Rico gave it to me.
Gave me cumbia in Colombia.
When they bathe her with herbs and water, I'm fishing for the words I'll say.
What good music, right?
Dominican Republic, merengue, Juan Luis Guerra, and Johnny Ventura.
The orchid of your mouth stayed under my bed. Where are you here? Here.
Here you start dancing merengue and you sweat a drop from every hair. In Brazil, the samba, the tango, Argentina.
Why didn't you want to go to anyone? Why can't you?
Chile, new Chilean song,
Long live Chile, long live Chile.
Peru, Andean music.
This is the music that represents Latinos. Why did they put this Bad Bunny guy here?
Thank you.
Bolivia, Andean folklore.
To take care of you?
Venezuela, el joropo, carambañeros.
My days turned dark, my joy fell to the ground when I least expected it.
A heart of a plainsman and a touch of style and poise. And so the plains keep dictating.
Candombe from Uruguay. I have no idea what that is.
So that you, no old man, you know it.
I want to tell you with this that there's a lot of variety. I've asked him to do the same. But nowadays, look, regional Mexican, corridos, tumbados, and regional pop, Peso Club.
Well, more or less.
And Nathaniel Cano. In Cuba, Cuban urban music, Cuban reggaeton, Puerto Rico, reggaeton and Latin trap, Colombia urban, Latin and urban pop. Everything is urban and everything is trap and everything is reggaeton. In the Dominican Republic, dembo, and look, who comes out here? And Toquisha, right? In Brazil, Brazilian funk seems different here. Argentinian trap, but for example, Nicki Nicole, you listen to this girl, you listen to her, and you say, well, it's Latin trap, but look, she has a normal voice. It's a natural voice. It's not a great voice. It's nothing amazing. But you say, well, a normal voice is fine. Now, I don't know if this is trap, huh? I think there's chaff generative pre-trained transformer, and I'm not asking you for great voices. Throughout history, some singers have expressed much with their voice without overdoing it. These artists have average or even mediocre voices, singing just enough with a fairly normal sound.
Who has that mouth? When she kisses me, she brushes my soul.
But it's just a normal voice. You say, okay, they're a little out of tune. They're not good singers, but you listen to their music and you say, wow. When you listen to their songs, you understand them. They have rhythm and charisma.
Hey!
This is it. It's the underworld of voices. There's ground level, sea level, and then there are better singers, worse singers, and then there's the underworld, which is this.
I love it. How this guy is literally destroying Bad Bunny, huh? He's really giving Bad Bunny a beating.
Look, when Lady Gaga dances with him, how does the music continue? There are also background choruses.
Those choruses actually sound better than Bad Bunny.
And when he comes in over it, he just ruins everything. His music sounds better without his voice. It's sad, but it's true. See? The choruses sound really good. And it's not like you say, wow, what amazing voices, or anything like that. They're just normal voices with the right pitch, with a natural, nice tone. He lowers his larynx and brings it up to his nose. I mean, have you seen how he does it? It's more about sending a message like, look, forget about the crappy voice I have and pay attention to the nice things I say. Do you hear this music? This music is spectacular, and this music really represents what it's supposed to represent. And all Latinos should be proud of this music because it's beautiful. You're in a bad mood, but it instantly lifts your spirits.
Okay?
This is my favorite part, when he isn't singing.
Do you want to have fun?
You see, if you take this man out of there and no one sings, just the music and the dancers and all the setup he put together there, it wins. The performance wins.
It's true. It's incredible. But Bad Bunny's show is better without Bad Bunny. Just imagine the level. Bad Bunny's show is better without this guy. Incredible.
It gets so much better. You might say he can't sing well, but is an incredible dancer, but not even that's true.
A summer in New York, New York.
This part, when I saw it, I almost gagged. Look, because just compare these voices. Singing harmonies, so in sync. How beautiful, especially with that background rhythm. He screams and suddenly faints from the effort. Oh, by the way, do you see this suit with the 4-meter shoulder pads? We made it here in Spain. Zara made it. Don't you realize that if you take him out, the show keeps going? The backup singers sing better than him, the music shines above him, and so do the dancers. There are people who say, look, you have to point out that he has a lot of percussive ability, that when it comes to singing, he sings very in rhythm. And that's true, but if you take that away from him, then it's just time to call it quits. If he lost his rhythm, it'd be time to grab him by the head and throw him into the sea. Pedro Capo, the party, I think he's also Puerto Rican, look.
Yes, confirmed, Pedro Capo is from Puerto Rico.
If you give this song to Bad Bunny, he'll drown halfway through and be out of breath. It's hard to sing, huh? It's a beautiful song. In the music world, you kind of have to have a lot of little friends, and those friends do you favors and take you here, take you there. I don't think Bad Bunny is there because of his singing achievements.
Well, about this, it turns out there's a connection between Bad Bunny and Chavismo. Incredible but true. Let's see if we make a video about it later. But anyway, do you guys know Archangel? Guys, we're in Japan, real tough people. Well, this is what he has to say about reggaeton. I sing reggaeton, one of the musically poorest genres that exists, and I think we all agree with that. Here they tell us that Archangel stated that reggaeton is one of the poorest genres in the history of music. He explained that unlike other genres that require real musicians in a studio, reggaeton is made with a little keyboard and in a synthetic way. Success without talent? He said you don't need to be a great musician to succeed today. It's enough to move well, talk nonsense just like you hear, talk nonsense, or even just dress well. Self-criticism. Despite his harsh words, he admitted, I sing reggaeton, but I accept that musically, it's absolute crap. His comments were seen by some as a display of brutal honesty, and by others as a lack of respect for the genre that gave him fame and fortune. I think it's total honesty, that this is objectively true. Archangel is right. This is the harsh reality of Bad Bunny's music. Whether people like it or not, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much and see you next time.